Hello, Ria. Am I audible, please?
Hello, hello. Are you saying something?
Yes, I was just checking if I'm audible.
Okay, yeah, you are audible. Let's wait for next 2 or 3 minutes because you have only joined.
Yeah, yeah. It is Indian stretchable day. I understand.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start because I don't think others will join. Okay, so give your brief introduction. So till if someone joins, only two of you have joined, right? It's better. Hello. Am I audible? Hello. Hello. Am I audible? Hello. Can anyone please confirm whether am I audible or not? Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am,
ma'am,
you are
you are
audible,
audible,
ma'am.
ma'am. Okay, okay, thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Okay, so I'm starting. So, good evening, everyone. I am Riya Tukwal. I am doing my PhD under the supervision of Professor Sudeep Mishra at IIT Kharagpur. And today we will discuss some questions similar to the questions you will get in your final exam. So, yeah. First question is, which of the following areas are identified as IoT enablers? Options are RFID, smart networks, nanotechnology, all of these. Anyone? D. Okay, so correct option for this is D. So basically all these three, that is your RFID, smart networks, nanotechnology are can be identified as your IoT enablers. Next question is, which of the following is a digital sensor? Options are KY013, LX1972, DHT11, LM35D.
हाँ
C. C, ma'am.
C. Okay. Anyone else who is trying to say something?
C.
Yeah.
yes ma'am C.
C. Right. DHT11 is your digital humidity temperature sensor. So correct option is C. Next question is, which of the following is considered as long range radio used in IoT? Options are Bluetooth, RFID, LoRa, none of these. For now, if you are not able to recall, you can use your notes.
Following is considered long range.
Which one?
C ma'am, LoRa.
LoRa. Okay. Anyone else? Yeah. So LoRa is the correct option. Next question is, solenoid valve finds application in blank equipment. Options are both hydraulic and electrical, both electrical and pneumatic, both electrical and mechanical, both hydraulic and pneumatic.
D ma'am, both electrical and pneumatic.
Electrical and pneumatic. Okay.
C, ma'am.
Uh,
Hydraulic and pneumatic.
hydraulic and pneumatic. Okay. Anyone else? First of all, let me check how many people have joined. So, 4 B. Electrical and pneumatic. Anyone else? So correct option for this is hydraulic and pneumatic. Next question is, which of the following connects an IoT LAN with a WAN and to the internet? Options are IoT node, IoT proxy, IoT gateway, IoT network.
B, ma'am.
B. IoT proxy.
Yes ma'am, IoT proxy.
Okay. Anyone else? So yeah, IoT gateway is correct option for this. Basically, proxy will provide you the data which your server will provide you, right? And gateway is useful for connecting your IoT LAN with your WAN and further to your internet. So this is the function of a normal gateway also. So same function is performed by IoT gateway as well. Next question is, which of the following is not a function of IoT gateways? Options are switching, firewall and VPN services, protocol conversion, none of the above. Anyone? 6C. Protocol conversion. Okay, anyone else? So basically all these three, that is switching, firewall and VPN services, protocol conversion, all are the function of your IoT gateways. So correct option for this is none of the above. Next question is, Which of the following is not a characteristic of IoT? Options are intermittent connectivity, ambiguous naming and addressing, scalable architecture, abundance of sleeping nodes. Anyone? Which of the following is not a characteristic of IoT? Intermittent connectivity, ambiguous naming and addressing, scalable architecture, abundance of sleeping node.
Abundance of sleeping node.
Why? Because in IoT network there are various sleeping nodes also which are not performing anything, and whenever the active nodes their battery will get low, then sleeping nodes come into existence or they start working. Anyone else? B is ambiguous naming and addressing. Yeah, so ambiguous naming and addressing is correct option, because if you are going to give ambiguous name in your IoT scenario, then how you are going to transmit the data? So the naming and addressing should be unambiguous. So B is the correct option. Next question is, rack and pinion is an example of blank actuator. Options are hydrodynamic, electrical, mechanical, none of these. Anyone?
B, ma'am. Hydrodynamic.
Hydrodynamic. Okay. C is mechanical. Okay. Anyone else? So mechanical is a correct option for this. Next question is, identify the component shown below. So this is a picture given and you have to identify whether it is a temperature sensor, tilt sensor, gas sensor, pressure sensor.
D, ma'am.
B or D? Can you please repeat what you have said? B. Actually, let's do one thing. Everyone, please count their marks. I think there are 120 questions. At the end, you will tell that how many questions you have answered correctly. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So correct option for this is pressure sensor. So basically, in order to detect the pressure, at this point you have to place something, and this is the sensitive area basically. So this will detect the pressure. Next question is, fill in the blanks. V2V communication represents blank, whereas V2R represents blank. Options are vehicle to vehicle, and V2R means vehicle to relay. Next is vehicle to vendor, then vehicle to roadside, then C is vehicle to vendor and vehicle to relay, vehicle to vehicle and vehicle to roadside.
D, ma'am.
D.
Okay. Anyone else?
D, ma'am.
Yeah, so correct option is vehicle to vehicle. V2V is vehicle to vehicle and V2R means vehicle to roadside units. Next question is, which of the following is not an application of IoT? Options are connected vehicle, smart cities, smart parking, relay.
D.
D.
Relay.
Relay. Okay. So relay is an correct option for this because it is a component, not application, and the others are the applications of your IoT. Next question is, SDN stands for sensor defined networking, software defined networking, service defined networking, selection defined networking.
Software defined network. B.
D. D.
Yeah, so correct option for this is B. In questions, please also take care of spellings because sometime you will get options in which only there is difference of spelling. For example, there was one question that which of the following is not Python IDE. In that, the spelling of spider was incorrect. So whenever you are answering, please focus on spellings also, whether the spelling is correct or not. Next question is, which of the following is a component in a typical sensor network? Options are sync, gateway, router, all of these.
All of this.
All of these.
D.
Okay. Anyone else?
Yes, ma'am, all of these.
All of these. Yeah. So all of these is a correct option. Next question is, which of the following represent characteristics of big data? Options are volume, value, velocity.
This is also all of this,
All
ma'am.
of these, right?
D.
Yeah, right. All of these. Next question is, what is the standard form of DSRC in wireless communication? Options are distributed short range communication, dedicated short range communication, distributed smart range communication, dedicated smart range communication.
Distributed short range communication. A.
A. Okay. Anyone else?
A.
A. Others also please reply. So yeah, this is dedicated short range communication. Next question is, which of the following is a feature of smart parking? Options are, it shortens parking search time for drivers, it reduces traffic congestion, it increases urban mobility.
All of these.
All of these. Okay. Anyone else?
D, ma'am.
D.
All of these, ma'am.
Yeah. So all of these is the correct option. Next question is, you can execute Python programs within a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah.
Or false?
Yes.
True.
True. Okay. Anyone else?
Yes, ma'am, true.
True. So this statement is true. Next question is, which among the following Internet of Things devices requires an operating system? Options are Arduino, Raspberry Pi, Node MCU, none of these.
B.
B. Raspberry Pi. Okay.
B, ma'am.
Okay. Anyone else?
Yes, ma'am. Raspberry Pi.
Raspberry Pi. Yeah, so Raspberry Pi is the correct option. And what are the different operating systems?
Linux.
Okay. Others, there were 3 or 4 which we discussed, right?
Linux.
Linux, right?
Nice.
And contiguous also can be there.
What?
Contiguous, ma'am.
Yeah. And Raspbian is also one operating system. So there are various, you can check out the list.
Exactly.
Yeah. Next question is, in journal, the target tracking problem consists of WSN, whose nodes are strategically or randomly deployed across the sensor field. Is this statement true or not?
True. Yes.
Okay. Anyone else?
Yes, ma'am.
Others also please reply.
Yes, ma'am, A. Yes.
question is match the following. So, this side various industrial revolutions are given, and on the other side purpose of these are given. So you have to match. So tell me the correct option for this. I think we have also discussed this question in class, right?
A, ma'am.
A.
A.
Okay. Anyone else? Anyone?
D, ma'am.
D.
Yes, ma'am.
One C. Okay, so in first industrial revolution, you were not using industrial Internet of Things. Industrial Internet of Things is associated with your fourth industrial revolution. The correct option for this is A, because in the first the industrial revolution, the production of goods with the help of machines, that is your mechanized production, was done. Then in second industrial revolution, mass production of goods were done. Then in third industrial revolution, internet evolution and automation was started. And then in the fourth industrial revolution, your industrial Internet of Things came into picture. Next question is, which of the following is true for the given command?
Option A, ma'am.
Option A. Okay. Anyone else?
A, ma'am.
A.
D, ma'am. A.
A. Yeah. So A is correct option. So whenever you are given any number within random function, so that will generate random number within the range 0 to that particular number. Next question is, no matter how big an SDN networks become, we can never have more than one SDN controller. Is this statement true or false?
True.
True.
True, ma'am.
Anyone else? I'm repeating the statement. No matter how big an SDN network
It's
becomes.
true, ma'am.
True. Again, think once. Okay, think about different architectures of SDN. So true, final. This is false, because in distributed SDN architecture there are various SDN controllers who are which are controlling your end devices or hardware. So please check different architectures of your SDN. So you
But
can
isn't
have,
there?
yeah.
But is it not that there is one controller and that takes the whole big picture of the entire network, and that is the one that
It's
is
not
controlling the entire
always,
network?
it is not always true that you can have only one controller. You can have more than one controller also.
So how the controller? Okay, so
There were different
okay.
architectures we have discussed, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we can have more than one controller, and these controller can further control different hardware devices. You can have more than one controller also. Next question is, does 6LoWPAN allow interoperability between Does 6LoWPAN allow interoperability between IEEE 802.15.4 based wireless devices and other IP based devices? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Anyone else?
A, ma'am.
A. So this statement is true. Next question is, in smart grid communication, the gateway acts as a link between the smart meter and the data aggregator unit. True or false?
True, ma'am.
True.
Yes, it will be.
Okay, so can you please tell me the different components of smart grid? Two are given here: smart meter, data aggregator unit. I guess there were four components, right? We have discussed four components.
Smart meter, gateway, data aggregator.
Service provider.
Can you please repeat? First one is
Smart meter.
smart meter, then data aggregator unit, then gateway, then
Reduce.
then fourth one is that is your service provider.
Service.
So this statement is true. Next question is, how many digital input output pins are there in Arduino Uno? Options are
14.
14, 54, 11, 16. Yeah, so 14 is correct option for this.
14.
Yeah. Next question is, with software defined IoT, it is possible to control the individual physical sensor and actuator nodes as well as rule placement of the backbone network remotely by suitable orchestration and software. Yes or no? Anyone?
True.
True. Yes. Okay. A. Yeah, so this statement is true. Next question is, so there are two statements given. Statement 1 is, aliasing error occurs if the output variable and added noise changes periodically at a frequency proportional to the multiple of sampling rate. And second statement is, if the signal is monitored digitally, the sampling frequency can cause a dynamic error triggering aliasing error. So first option is both 1 and 2 are false. Second is 1 and 2 are true. Third is statement 1 is false and statement 2 is true. And D is statement 1 is true but statement 2 is false.
B.
B. Both are true.
True.
Okay. Anyone else?
Not sure, ma'am.
Not sure. Okay. So both the statements are correct. Next question is, What is the vulnerability that may exist in the smart grid? Options are physical threat, availability, dynamic system attacks, all of these.
All of
All
these.
of this.
Yes, ma'am, all of these.
So D is the correct option. Next question is, which component of UMB converts physical devices into virtually abstracted one as described by Universal Device Template UMB? Options are UMB A, UMB C, UDT mapping, UMB B.
Option A, ma'am. Adopt.
A. Anyone else? Option A. So option A is correct. So UMBA is responsible for converting the physical devices into the virtually abstracted one. Next question is, suppose there are two organizations A and B, both of which provide cloud services. Any user can access the cloud of A free of cost, whereas only the employees of organization B can access the cloud of B. Also, organization B has set up its cloud for only its own needs. With respect to the type of cloud infrastructure provided by A and B, which among the following is true? A is private, B is public, A is public, B is private, A is public, B is public, A is public, A is private, B is private.
Answer will be B, ma'am, because A is the free of cost using means public one, and B is using private one because it's giving the pay.
Okay. Anyone else?
B is correct answer, ma'am.
B. Yeah, B is correct answer. Next question is, in optimal geographical density control, that is OGDC algorithm, a node blank if its coverage area is completely covered. Options are wake up, start listening, sleeps, back off.
A.
A. Think logically. Node is your sensor. If the region which is covered by that particular sensor is covered by other sensors, then that sensor should
Sleep. C, ma'am.
right, because other sensors are doing the work. They are sensing the region which is sensed by that particular sensor. So for a time that sensor can sleep. So correct option is C. Next question is, what is the maximum size of hop limit in 6-LoWPAN packet format? Options are 6-bit unsigned integer, 16-bit unsigned integer, 8-bit signed integer, 16-bit signed integer.
C, ma'am. 8-bit unsigned integer.
Anyone else? So correct option is A, that is 8-bit unsigned integer. Next question is, state whether true or false. It is not possible to return multiple values from a function in Python. True or false?
False. False.
False, ma'am.
This statement is false because a function can return multiple values also. Next question is, The physical layer of Sigfox modulates signals using blank in the uplink direction and blank in the downlink direction. Options are DSS OFDM, DBPSK, GFSK, DBPSK OFDM, DSSS, GFSK.
DSS, ma'am. Ma'am.
Anyone? Correct option for this is D, DBPSK and GFSK. Next question is, let us consider that multimedia data are coming as an indecipherable mass without structure. It represents which characteristic of big data? Variability, veracity, volume, velocity.
A. Variability.
A. Variability.
Volume, ma'am.
Volume. Anyone else?
No, ma'am.
Velocity.
I think it will be B, ma'am. Because without structure, ma'am, different variety of.
Yeah, okay. It's variability. Next question is, system A has a storage of 10 TB while system B has a storage of 10 KB. Which among the following options gives the most correct association of A and B, assuming the standard specifications and difference between cloud and fog computing? So A is cloud, B is fog, A is fog, B is cloud, none of these, both of these.
A will be cloud and fog.
Okay. Anyone else?
No, ma'am.
B.
On the basis of storage, you have to decide whether the A system is cloud or fog. So basically, cloud provide you more storage as compared to fog. So correct option is cloud, because A is giving 10 TB storage and B is giving 10 KB. Next question is, a certain industrial application requires the use of wireless solution for networking sensors deployed on a factory floor. The major requirement of the application is to ensure that all of its 5, 694, 967, 200 devices are uniquely addressable without using any subset. Which of the following protocol is suitable for this application? Options are Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, ISA 100.11a, wireless HART.
C, ma'am.
Basically, hierarchy is not there in addressing. What you are saying? C.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anyone else?
No, ma'am. The answer is correct.
B. Bluetooth.
D, ma'am. D, wireless heart.
Wireless HART. Okay. Anyone else? D. Correct option for this is ISA 100.11a. Next question is, suppose data is getting collected from different sources. However, the user needs to get a uniform view of data. Which of the following needs to be done to satisfy the aforementioned requirement? Options are cleaning, integration, redundancy, mitigation, none of these.
C, ma'am. Redundancy mitigations.
Redundancy, mitigation.
C, ma'am.
C. A. Question is, you are getting data from different sources. So now, in order to get an uniform view of data, first of all, cleaning and redundancy mitigation are the secondary step. First of all, in order to get the uniform view of the data, you have to integrate the data. So correct option for this is integration, right? Next question is, what is the purpose of the following sketch? So this is the sketch given. Options are, sends a signal to pin 80 on the Arduino board. B is sends an octal number of 80 through the serial pins. Sends a byte with value 80 through serial pins. Sends a hexadecimal number of 80 through serial pins. Basically, what is the function of this serial write? Anyone?
C.
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 Okay. Anyone else? So correct option is C. It sends a byte with value 80 through the serial pins. Next question is, which among the following technologies allows an organization that does not have access to physical IoT to still get IoT based services through virtualized sensor and virtualized sensor network? Options are sensor cloud, software defined networking, ad hoc routing, none of these.
A. Cloud.
A, right. Next question is, a smart home installation requires multiple sensors to be connected to a home based hub. The requirement for the minimum connection distance between the devices or between the device and the hub, if following a direct connection, is 60 meter. Which of the following wireless connectivity solution
A,
is
ma'am.
suitable for A. Z-Wave.
Z.
Yes, ma'am.
A, ma'am.
Okay. Anyone else?
C, ma'am.
D. None of these.
C, both Z-Wave
C.
and Zigbee.
Both Z-Wave and Zigbee. Okay. B. Zigbee. Let's check the answer. So Z-Wave is the correct option
Z. Not home. Z.
because for smart homes, Z-Wave was the protocol used. Next one is, let us consider that in an electric grid, energy generation is done in a centralized manner. Additionally, energy is getting distributed only from the power plant to industry. Finally, it requires manual monitoring and restoration of the grid. Which of the following represent the aforementioned electric grid? Is it a smart grid, traditional electric grid, isolated grid, none of these?
Smart
B.
grid.
Personal electric grid. B, ma'am.
B.
B, ma'am.
Traditional. Okay. Anyone else? B. Yeah. So correct option is B. Next question is, which of the following is true about HAN architecture? Options are: uses XML for description, follows software oriented architecture, tied to a dedicated software, all of these. Anyone? You can also check your notes if you are not able to recall. D. All of these.
From all of these.
Okay. Correct option for this is only it uses XML for description. So other two are not correct for your home area network. Next question is, which among the following libraries in Python do you use to generate and plot graphs? Options are NumPy, Time, Matplotlib, Random.
C, ma'am.
C.
Plotly. Okay. Okay. So, what's the function of NumPy? Does you will
NumPy
get
is use the
question.
mathematical operation, ma'am.
Numerical.
And Matplotlib, yeah, mathematical operation is numerical, and Matplotlib will be used for the diagrammatical representation or image representation, all that.
Yeah, yeah, and time for getting the time, and random for generating the random values. So correct option is C. Next question is, a Zigbee based processor generate 1 million symbols per hour. This Zigbee uses a 915 megahertz band with data rate of 250 kbps using UPSK with an allocation of 4 bits per symbol. What is the time taken to transfer 1 million symbols? Anyone? Okay, take your time, use notebook. You have to calculate the time in order to transmit 1 million symbols. So it has, okay, one more hint. One hint is given. Use baud rate to calculate the time taken. One more hint, it has nothing to do with your Zigbee. Only you have to consider the data rate, that is 1 million symbols per hour, and second, that bandwidth, and the first one is that it is generating 1 million symbols per hour. Second, data rate is given, and then bandwidth is given 915 megahertz. Use these things in order to calculate the time. One million symbol per hour means okay, one symbol is of 4 bits. So first of all, calculates the number of bits that can be generated in 1 second. After that, data rate is given, use that in order to calculate the time taken to transfer 1 million symbols. Anyone has solved? See, then this is 44. D, assumed, not evaluated. And why you have assumed that it should be 16 only?
Really very sorry. I just picked up something in random.
Okay, actually this is correct, but
Probably a lucky day. Basically, what I did was 250 divided by 4, so that gave 62.5, and then I did 1 million, which is like 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs divided by 62.5, and it gave me 16,000. So
actually it is given that 1 million symbols you have to transfer, right? So 1 million symbols mean one symbol consists of 4 bits. So first of all you have to calculate the total data. So total data will be 4 multiplied by this 1 million. You get this? Now your data rate is given. Data rate is 250 kbps. 250 kbps means that you can send 250 kb in 1 second, right? It means 1 byte can be sent in 1 by 250 seconds. 250 into 1000, sorry, 1000 also, because k is also there, right? See, 250 kbps means in 1 second you can send 250 kb. From there you can calculate the time in order to send 1 byte of data, 1 bit of data. So 1 bit will be sent in 1 divided by 250 into k ka value is 1000.
got it.
Fine.
Got it.
Yeah. So after that, this is the time taken to send 1 bit. Now you can calculate the time taken to send your 1 million symbol. That is your 4 into this 1 million. Okay, so it is 16 seconds. So whenever you will calculate this, it will be 16. So here other values, you don't have to use these values. You only have to use the data rate, and after this 4 bits in order to calculate the total data. Next question is, in a smart grid, the exchanged sensor readings along with the feedback control signal were manipulated. Which of the following represents the aforementioned security issue? Options are data injection attack, it is covert attack. Okay. Next is time synchronization attack, replay attack.
A, ma'am.
A, data injection. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. A data injection attack.
Okay. Anyone else? So A is correct option. Okay, so everyone got how to do the previous question, or do I need to explain again?
You explain once again, please.
Once again.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So so everyone has copy and pen.
Yes, ma'am. I have time.
Okay, so everyone please take copy and pen, because I'll tell you the steps and you have to do the numerical calculations. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So first of all, in the question it is given that Zigbee uses okay. So first you have to calculate the time taken to transfer 1 million symbols. ठीक है? So 1 million symbols mean in one symbol there are 4 bits. So total data to send is 1 million multiplied by 4. Fine. This is clear. So it will be equal to 4,000,000,000. This is clear. The data we need
Yes.
to send.
Yes, ma'am. This is
Yeah.
clear, ma'am.
Okay. Now data rate is given as, data rate means the rate at which we can transfer the data. Fine. So it is given as 250 kbps. Means in 1 second we can send 250 kb. Okay. Right. 1 second is equal to 250 kb. This is fine. Now 1 byte can be sent in 1 divided by 250k. This is unitary method which we use in normal mathematics. If we are taking 1 second in order to send 250 bits of data, to 1 bit in order to send 1 bit, how much time it is required? So we just have to take this 250k to the denominator of 1. Okay, unitary method you have to use. So 1 bit can be sent in 1 divided by 250k. So you can write as 1 bit can be sent in 1 by 250k, that is 250,000. So this is the time taken to send 1 bit of data. Clear, or should I repeat? We can use is my screen visible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So I am taking whiteboard. So it is given as, where's the question, that 1 million symbols. So 1 million symbols means 4 0 0 0 0 0 and 0. This is the total data you need to send. Fine. Now it is given as 250 kbps. Okay, it means that in 1 second, data rate means in 1 second how much data you can send. So in 1 second you can send 250 kilobits. ठीक है. Now you need to find out the time in order to send one bit of data. So in order to send this 1 bit of data, you just have to take this to the denominator. This is the unitary method that we use in mathematics. For example, if you are taking 5 seconds in order to send 10 data items, ठीक है, तो 1 डेटा आइटम को सेंड करने के लिए कितना टाइम लगेगा? दिस इज द सेम थिंग. So if you want to send 1 bit of data, you just have to use unitary method. So 1 bit of data can be sent in 1 divided by 250 k. K means 1000, right? So you can replace this k with 30. Okay, so I am adding here only. Okay, so in order to send 1 bit of data, you require 1 by 250,000 seconds. This is clear?
Yes, ma'am. This point is clear.
Yeah. Now in order to send this much of data, you just have, see, 1 bit, in order to send 1 bit, this is the time. So in order to send this amount of data, you just have to multiply this thing with this. So whenever you will multiply this, you will get 16 seconds. So this is the only thing.
Yes, ma'am. Understood. Ma'am, tomorrow we have any class? Now only we got a mail, ma'am.
Tomorrow? No, it's for today. I told them for.
I don't know. I'm maybe it is my mistake. I don't know. But I found that one it is 23, 2023. It is Sunday. Sunday 5 to 7 o'clock. And they send one link also, ma'am. Just now only I got a mail.
Wait.
It is correct. Even I see it now.
Yeah, sir. Now only I also.
I have told them for. I guess they have made some mistake. Give me 2 minutes. I'm just.
Because of that, most of the students are not able to attend, I think. Because yesterday we discussed about this matter. At that time, less number of people are there.
Yeah. But mostly you people only join. Others are not joining.
No, ma'am. Actually, when we are discussing about the matter yesterday, also I only asked you the question, and these people are there. Because of that, they know that today the class is class timing.
Yeah. Give me one second, because I have told them for Saturday.
Mail as Sunday.
Oh, okay, fine. They have taken as 23rd. Okay, then what should we do? Then it's better to discontinue today and start.
Better, ma'am. I think better, ma'am.
Oh no. Tomorrow is very difficult because I have really planned and I am not in town and I have gone about 800 kilometers away and I am attending this call. So if you say tomorrow I am traveling back again, I should be traveling back. It's very difficult for me to attend tomorrow.
So I'll share this PDF also. So
No, sir. Actually, the sir concern is right because the interactive session is more if we will live only.
Yes.
Because, ma'am, you know, whatever the PDF you share now, when we are want to, you just check the links 1 to 4. They are not in sequence manner. One slide is not visible. Very much problem in that also. I tried to overcome that one, but it was some you are teaching in one slide and that was visible in another slide like that.
in the videos.
Yes, ma'am. Whatever the links are there now, if you will go through that one, first, second, third, fourth, like that now, it is not clear also. Thousand number of students are coming in between that. It is so disturbances in between that. And even if the problem is that you are teaching in one slide and it is not coming in that slide also. When we are focusing that slide at
Okay, so
want to
there is
study.
some synchronization problem.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Okay, so okay, better to continue today and tomorrow if
Today's
someone joins then
continue.
I'll
Don't
again.
today's continue.
Yeah, okay. So tomorrow again I'll join and if someone is there then okay.
Sorry, really very sorry about this because we
Yeah, it's not actually your problem. I have told them for Saturday somehow they I don't know why. So I'm again resharing my screen. So yeah, this question is clear. The next question we have discussed this question already. Next question is what is the standard form of DLNA? Options are Digital Living Network Alliance, Domestic Living Network Alliance, Digital Living Network Authority, Distributed Living. Better to speak because it's difficult for me to
okay 47A.
hear.
The reason I type it because I would like to give everybody else an opportunity rather than jumping the gun.
No, no, everyone please who knows the answer, please answer here only. Okay, so which is the correct option?
A.
A. Anyone else?
A is the correct answer, ma'am.
Okay. Wait, I think others they think ki today at 6 only class starts, so everyone is joining now only.
Yesterday you told ma'am that's why everyone are.
Yesterday I told 5 to 7.
Yes, ma'am. You are also correct,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So let's wait for next 2-3 minutes because people are joining now. Let's start now.
Ma'am, tomorrow you are again teach this class.
Yeah, tomorrow I'll take this session again.
Timing is our
So
same.
correct
Ma'am, timing are same.
timings will be same 5 to 7.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So correct option for this is A, that is Digital Living Network Alliance. Next question is consider that only the following match field based flow rule is installed with an open flow enabled SDN switch and no other flow rules are present. So this is given ingress port is given as 90, source IP address is given as this, and in egress port is 100. It means that if a packet with source IP address this arrives at port 90, then switch should forward it to port 100. Now packet with source IP address as 10.56.78.100 arrives at port 80. Which among the following will be correct action by the switch? So switch drops the packet, switch sends packet in message to the controller, switch forwards the packets to port 100 and switch forwards the packet to port 90.
B.
Option will be B, ma'am.
B, what was B? Switch packets, packet in. Okay. Anyone else? Yeah, so correct option for this is B, because there is no information present
என்ன
about
சிஜி பண்ணாய்
this IP address and port 40 what? Okay, so there is no information present about this IP address and this port. So if there is no information, then switch sends the packet in message to the controller in order to get the information. Next question is, while designing a communication protocol, the following are the requirements. Option R, should be able to send a large number of signals simultaneously, should not depend on sender-receiver synchronization. Which of the following modulation technique would be suitable for such scenario? Options are direct sequence spread spectrum, quadrature phase shift keying, frequency hopping spread spectrum, none of these.
Option C, madam.
C, frequency hopping spread spectrum. Okay, anyone else? So correct option for this is first one, that is direct sequence spread spectrum. Next question is, suppose an IoT based healthcare device is developed which can identify the pulse and oxygen level in the blood, the electrical and muscular activity of the heart, and the intensity of stress of the patient. Choose the correct option that represent the correct set of sensors that satisfy the aforementioned requirement. So first one is SpO2, ECG and GSR.
A, ma'am.
Next is SpO2. A.
A.
Okay. A. Okay, so basically
From A.
first one A is okay. SpO2 for pulse and oxygen level, fine. Then electrical and muscular activity, ECG, and then intensity of stress is GSR, fine. A is the correct option. Next question is, a packet is transferred from a source A to destination B in a network according to the following path. So this is the path given, where XYZ are the intermediate router. The processing time to decide on which route to forward the packet at each router is 2 milliseconds, while the packet transfer time between two routers as well as between routers and the source and the destination is 10 milliseconds. Determine the total time that it takes for a packet to go from A to B, considering each router along the way also processes the packet. So yeah, you have to calculate the total time. Basically path is A, then X, then Y, then Z, then B. Okay, there are three intermediate routers, that is X, Y and Z. Now the processing time to decide on which route to forward the packet at each router is 2 milliseconds, and while the packet transfer time between the two routers as well as the source and the destination is 10 milliseconds. So you have to calculate the total time for a packet to go to the. So here in this statement there is confusion. So it is not from source to the destination. It is source, then router, then router. So basically between two nodes. everyone? A. Voice is not clear. Correct option for this is 46. So there are 3 routers at which you have to do some processing. So 2 milliseconds for processing, so total 6 milliseconds for processing, and after, in order to transmit the data, 40 milliseconds is the total time. So complete time is 46 milliseconds. Next question is, an RFID system is used for tracking assets. Who is this? Who is this?
Leave it, ma'am. Please continue.
I am Sankit Tamparik with Deep.
Okay. Next question is, an RFID system is used for tracking assets spread over an area of 800 by 800 square meter. Which of the following antenna is best suited for this system? Options are HF RFID antenna, UHF RFID antenna, VHF RFID antenna.
No idea. What to say? HF.
Anyone?
Is it HF?
Correct option for this is B, that is UHF RFID antenna. Next question is, a programmer is writing a Python code having several functions. He or she needs to use a variable that can be accessed from any function present in the program. Additionally, the value of that variable may vary. Which of the following variable types satisfy such criteria? Options are local variable, constant variable, global variable, all of this.
Global.
C.
Global. Okay. Anyone else?
Global variable, ma'am.
Global variable.
Okay. So correct option is C, that is global variable. Next question is, as a user of SaaS by cloud computing service provider, you are constantly worried about having to always keep the software in the latest update version manually.
No,
Is
false.
this
False.
no?
False.
False, ma'am.
So this statement is false. So in software as a service, you don't need to update the softwares manually.
How many question,
Next
ma'am?
question is, questions around 100 or 120.
Okay, ma'am.
Which one among the following is striking difference of CPS from M to M? Option A is inclusion of a compulsory feedback system in CPS, inclusion of compulsory feedback system in M to M. CPS and M to M have no difference, none of these.
Cyber physical system.
Difference between cyber
Physical
physical
system.
system and
Machine to machine.
Yeah. So
And
what's the difference?
Cyber physical system. Inclusion of compulsory feedback in cyber physical system. I think it is A.
A. Compulsory
Not sure though.
feedback in CPS. Okay.
I think, ma'am, B option.
The inclusion of in M2M there is no feedback. It's not compulsory, or is it? Anyone else? So a correct option for this is inclusion of compulsory feedback system in cyber physical systems. However, it is not always necessary to add this feedback system in your machine to machine. So machine to machine is just the communication between your two machines. It's not required to add feedback system. Next question is, a programmer needs to execute a Python code that requires RAM support of 1 GB SD RAM, quad Cortex A53 1.2 GHz CPU and 400 MHz video core, 4 GPU and 80 or 2.11 wireless communications port. Select the appropriate device where the code can be executed. Options are Raspberry Pi 0, Pi 2, Model B, Pi 3, Model B, Arduino Uno.
C.
C, Pi 3, Model B. Okay. Anyone else? So in order to answer this question, you should know the specifications of different Raspberry Pis. So correct option for this is Raspberry Pi 3 Model B. Next question is, Bluetooth technology uses blank modulation scheme and blank technique to avoid interferences. So options are, first one is DQPSK and FHSS, second is GFSK and FHSS, third one is DQPSK and DSSS, then GFSK and DSSS.
Second one, BS in Bangalore.
Okay. Anyone else? So B is correct option for this. Next question is, which of the following best determines the SDN controller switch architecture? Options are centralized, decentralized, distributed, doesn't matter.
Distributor.
Distributed.
Centralized, no?
Centralized.
No, I have a question here. Because just a few minutes ago we were discussing about
See,
SDN and we had a controller. So you said controller there could be multiple controllers. If there are multiple controllers, then it cannot be a centralized system.
Yeah, so the difference between that question and this question is, so here it is asked that SDN switch controller architecture, what should be its architecture? So basically that controller, one single controller is going to control the all devices.
That particular network. Okay,
Right.
got it.
And however, the second question which I have asked was that is it compulsory that we can have only one controller? So for a single controller, the architecture is centralized only, because that single controller is going to control the other devices. However, the last question which I have asked is it necessary that in the network there should be only one controller? Got my point?
Yes. In that specific network, yes, it is centralized.
Yeah.
And this is architecture and that is network.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Next question is, RFID stands for, options are radio frequent identifier, radio frequency identification, relay frequency identifier, relay frequent identification.
BS in Bangalore. Second.
Radio frequency identification.
Yeah, right. So B is correct option. Next question is identify the component shown below. So this is the figure given. So you have
DHT.
to identify whether it is temperature sensor, humidity sensor, both temperature and humidity, none of these.
Option C.
Option C.
Both
Right,
humidity
right.
sensor.
So this is a DHT sensor. So it is both temperature and humidity sensor. Next question is which function in Arduino is analogous to main function in C or C++? Options are setup, loop, init, main.
Loop.
Loop.
Main function. How loop can be analogous to main?
D, ma'am.
Setup runs only once, but main. Okay, so probably where the control is coming first, is it?
Yeah, right. From where the
Then it is
control-
setup.
Yeah. So
Then it is
will be
setup.
Setup. So A is correct option. Next question is HCSR04 is a blank sensor. Options are ultrasonic, humidity, temperature, none of these.
I think it is ultrasonic.
Yeah.
Ultrasonic. ma'am.
Yeah, it is ultrasonic sensor. Next question is which of the following offers heterogeneous computing nodes distributed over a wide area to perform large tasks? Options are cluster computing, cloud computing, grid computing, utility computing.
Cluster.
Grid
Sorry.
ma'am. Grid computing.
Grid.
Cloud computing.
Cloud. Who is saying cloud? So correct option is grid computing.
Great.
Next question is typically what are the types of users or end devices that may be possible in cloud computing? Options are thick and thin, thick, thin and mobile.
Thick and thin. ma'am.
Thick and mobile, thin and mobile.
Yeah, thick and thick.
Okay.
A only.
So why mobile devices cannot take part in cloud computing?
Possible.
Possible, right?
Okay.
Next question is true or false? LoRa is a short range radio.
Yes, true.
Read the statement properly. LoRa is a short range radio.
Oh, false.
In the full form of LoRa only it is long. So how it can be
Oh,
short
okay.
range? So this statement is false. Next question is what nature of decisions are enabled on integrating SDN with IoT? Options are centralized, coordinated, distributed, decentralized.
Centralized. ma'am.
Centralized. Anyone else?
What nature of decisions are enabled on SDN?
Who is speaking?
Oh, sorry. I was just reading the question.
Okay.
SDN with IoT. Software defined network with IoT. Distributed. I think it is distributed.
Distributed. So it is coordinated.
Oh, coordinated. Yeah,
Because
close enough.
there are different controllers are present. Different controllers can be present in the network, and these controllers can take the coordinated decisions. Next question is Raspberry Pi has blank GB internal storage 3041. Few minutes back only
I think
I have
zero.
given the 0 GB internal storage. Okay.
Because you need to add an
You have
micro SD card.
Right. So correct option is 0 because you are going to add an external SD card into your Raspberry Pi. Next question is What is the full form of TCAM in STM switches? Options are temporary content addressable memory, transmission content addressable memory, transfer content addressable memory, temporary content addressable memory.
D.
D. Anyone else?
It is D actually. I referred my notes though.
Transfer content.
No, ternary content.
Ternary content. Right, ternary content addressable memory. Next question is, which of the following is the root in a ZigBee network? Options are ZigBee coordinator, ZigBee router, ZigBee end device, none of the above.
It should be the router D.
Router.
ZigBee coordinator.
Yeah, ZigBee coordinator is the root.
Okay.
Next question is, fill in the blank. Coverage algorithms are centralized blank, decentralized blank, localized. Options are and, or, and, or.
A, ma'am.
A.
C.
Okay.
R and
B or D? Correct.
D, ma'am.
Is C. Basically, your coverage algorithms can be either centralized or decentralized, but they should be localized. Next question is, so basically at same time it's not necessary whether they either can be centralized or decentralized, but they should be localized. Next question is, which of the following features in cloud computing refers to rapid and automatic resource allocation? Options are resource pooling, measured service, on-demand service, rapid elasticity.
Is it on-demand service?
On-demand service, okay. Anyone else?
D, ma'am.
D, rapid elasticity.
E. Rapid elasticity.
Resource pooling.
Yeah, so this is rapid elasticity. So automatic resource allocation means depending upon your need, the resource will be allocated to the end users. So this is rapid elasticity. Next question is, what is the command that is Linux command for generating the public or private authentication key pair? Options are keygen, SSH key, SSH gen key, SSH keygen.
That is great.
C, ma'am.
C, SSH gen key.
Which command is a Linux for generating a public-private authentication key?
Anyone else? Correct option for this is D. Next question is, state whether true or false. Changes in network prefixes does not affect the remote anchor point to which the IoT gateways are attached. True or false?
Prefixes.
I think
I think it affects D. False.
False. Statement is true.
Okay.
State.
Because the function, you can check this in the functionality of gateways. There it is specific mentioned that if you are going to change the prefixes, then the
Ma'am,
it will
statement
not.
is false.
What?
Oh, I misread the question.
Yeah.
The question is two negatives. I misinterpreted. Okay.
So next question is, how many axis data does a typical accelerometer in a smartphone provide? So
Three.
this is a
Three.
three. We have already discussed this question yesterday. Next question is, what is the process of combining data from several sources to produce new data called? Options are
D.
data collection,
Data
data
system, madam.
D.
data
Data fusion.
fusion.
This option B.
Data fusion is correct. Next question is, fill in the blank. IIoT is based on blank approach. Wrap and reuse, rip and replace, wrap and replace, wrap and reuse. This is
A,
a
ma'am.
repetitive question.
Tape and reuse.
Right, wrap and reuse is correct. Next question is, true or false? Zigbee variants such as Zigbee, Zigbee Pro, and other are not compatible with each other. Options are true and false.
A.
True.
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 Okay. Yeah, this statement is true. Next question is, what function is useful for generating the same set of random numbers every time a program is run? Random gen, random int, random seed, constra random.
Const random.
Anyone else? Random gen, random int, random seed, const random.
I'm assuming it's constant. Constant. Oh,
It's
okay.
random seed. Const random is I don't think there is some function called const random. You can check this thing whether
Okay.
this function because there is no such function. Next question is, what is a cyber physical system equipped with sustainable models of energy production, distribution, and usage? Options are information and communication technology,
Smart grid.
smart grid, traditional grid.
Smart grid.
Smart grid.
Smart grid, right, smart grid. Next question is, what type of networks in terms of range are Piconet used to refer? Options are long range, medium range, short range, very short range.
Very short range.
I short. E. Maybe.
Okay, anyone else?
C. Short range.
Short
I
range.
think it's short range.
Yeah, short range is correct. Next question. Wait. Next question is, which of the following may be referred to as transducer? Options are sensor, actuators, neither sensor or nor actuator, both sensors and
Actuator.
what?
D, ma'am. Both
D.
sensor and
Both.
Okay.
D.
Yeah, both sensors and actuators can transmit data and receive data, so that's why they may be referred to as transducers. Next question is, which of the following properties in smart grid covers load forecasting? Options are power system efficiency, distributed generation, power quality, consumer participation.
Consumer participation.
Consumer
No.
participation.
Power system efficiency.
Load forecasting.
Forecasting. How can I forecast? Distributed generation.
quality.
everyone తప్పు. Yes.
Next question is, Web of Things enable access and control over IoT resources and applications using which of the following mainstream web technologies? Options are Ruby and Rail, Ajax, WordPro.
B, ma'am.
This is the person who was creating noise, right? Someone remember his name?
Question.
Yes? Yeah. And last option is okay. D is both Ruby and Rails and Ajax and all of these.
B,
B.
please. Yes, ma'am.
Anyone else? Correct option for this is both. Next question is, in tunneling, the nodes communicate to a remote anchor point instead of channeling their packets through the router. Which among the following is not a tunneling solution? So A is proxy mobile IPv6, client based mobile IPv6, network mobility, none of these.
D. None of these.
D,
C network.
network mobility.
C. Network mobility.
Network mobility. It's proxy mobile IPv6. Question is, which of the following is not a tunneling solution? Next question is, a signal with power 2 megawatt is distorted by noise with power 0.
And what is the answer of previous question 85? A. It's okay, ma'am.
Fine?
Fine, ma'am.
Yeah, so question is, a signal with power 2 megawatt is distorted by a noise.
Ma'am, what is the difference between in B and A in previous question?
B and A. So first
Yeah.
one is client. So first is proxy mobile IPv6 and second is client based mobile IPv6. Okay, I will check this and let you know. First, I'll complete this question and tomorrow we'll again have session. So tomorrow I'll tell you.
Okay, thank you.
Next question is, a signal with power 2 megawatt is distorted by noise with power 0.02 megawatt and interference 0.01 megawatt. What is the signal to interference plus noise ratio in dB? So options are
Answer to be
what?
BB.
I'm not getting which option you are saying.
I think he said B as in Bangalore.
Okay. Okay, so calculate signal to interference ratio. Interference plus noise ratio actually.
I think ma'am C answer 38.23.
Okay, so how you have calculated?
Answer B.
Answer B. Okay, tell me how you have calculated this. Any formula?
20 log to the base 10, 2 by 0.002.
Right. So, okay, tell everyone the formula which you have used. It's 10 log.
Yeah, 10 log to the base 10, milliwatt divided by 0.002 milliwatt.
Yeah, basically, first of all, you have to add these two.
Yeah.
Sanket, this time you are creating noise, right?
It's left.
Yeah, so basically the formula is 10 log signal by noise. So here noise will be the summation of your this noise plus interference, because in question it is given to calculate signal to interference plus noise ratio. Next question is, so these are the concept of your computer networking only. So these have nothing to do with IoT. So these are basic formulas of computer networks. How can flooding be detected in an SDN operating under an open flow? Options are flows in the user device, flow rule at the end device, port statistics at the switches, flow rules at the switches.
I think flow rules are the switches. Sorry, go ahead, please.
Switches. Anyone else?
Flows in the user device.
Flows in the user device. Correct option is port statistics at the switches. So here you have to detect the flooding, right? So flooding can be done with the help of the port numbers. So by using the port statistics at the switches, you can detect whether flooding has been there or not. Next question is, flow rules are only for defining the routes through which your data should be sent. Next question is, a fog cloud architecture deploys or utilizes both fog and cloud platforms. 25% of the task request use both platform, and 40% of the student use cloud platform. What percent of those which use the cloud also used fog? Options are 62.5, 65.5, 71.5, 60.5. This is mathematics sets का question. Anyone?
No idea, ma'am.
No idea.
Oh, idea.
No, carry on, ma'am.
Set 62. Basically, they have used the concept of sets, so the union and integration concept of sets. Okay.
But how 62.5?
Wait.
That is 25 and this is 40. Intersection is 25% and n of
See, 40
one technology is 40%.
Yeah,
So
40 is
n of A union B equal to n of A plus n of X
yeah.
minus n of A intersection, but it will not come to 62.5, no?
See, you first of all you have to assume the total population as X, and after that you have to calculate. Just by using the percentage number you cannot calculate the value. Just by subtracting you cannot calculate the value.
Yeah, even if you take X as the total population,
Right.
what the question says is the fog cloud architecture deploys or utilizes both fog and cloud platforms. So this intersection part is 25%. 25% of the task requests use both platforms, and 40% of students use only cloud platform.
25% of the task request use both the platforms. It means it is the
So
union
this is intersection.
no, it is the union of both fog and cloud. Intersection
Which one?
part is 25% is the union part given, and intersection part is asked in the question what percent of those which use the cloud also used fog. This is the intersection part.
Okay, 25. But still, I'm not convinced with 62.5.
Wait, let me actually
Answer is 62.5. Yeah.
I haven't calculated. Give me 2 minutes. I'll calculate and tell you. First of all, it is given as 25% of the task use both platform. It means it is the union given. Fine. Now you have to 40% of the students use cloud platform. It means you have to take the 40% of the 25%. Fine. After that, this will be your n of cloud, right?
Yeah.
And 25
N of cloud is 40.
40
N of cloud union
of 25.
Yeah, if you take cloud union, C union F as 25,
Huh.
C union F is 25,
Right.
and intersection.
40% of 25 is the user of cloud. ठीक है.
C, the user of DF.
Now integration, it is asked as you have to calculate the integration part.
Pardon?
A.
Wait, I think there is some missing parameter because fog users are not given here.
That's what. I'm not convinced with 62.5 as the answer.
Give me 2 minutes. Yeah. Give me 2 minutes. I'll check.
Yeah.
Is it visible now?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
please.
question is, which of the following is primarily a time series database management system? Options are SQLite, InfluxDB, MongoDB, RethinkDB.
MongoDB.
C. It's InfluxDB. Question is time series database. So you have to check the properties of all these databases. Next question is, which of the following typically sports data of large size? Options are structured data structure, unstructured data structure, neither A nor B, none of the above.
B.
Unstructured. Okay.
Structured.
It is unstructured data structure. Next question is, okay, it's already 7. I'll have another meeting. Okay, let's continue the class for next 5 minutes, and after that I'll stop the session. Okay. Question is, in collaborative conceptualization theory of semantic interoperability, a collaborative sign is represented as cosine ABCD. In the above representation, what is D? Options are cosine internal identifier, natural language interpretant, cosine dictionary.
D, ma'am.
Interpretant. Next question is true or false. Fog computing paradigm is designed to complement the services of cloud and will eventually replace the cloud. Yeah, this
False.
statement is false because it will not replace
False.
the cloud. Next question is which among the following is a wearable Arduino board? Options are Arduino Uno, Arduino Mega, Redboard, Arduino.
It is already visible, ma'am. Your answer is D.
So correct option for this is LilyPad Arduino. Next question is what protocol does the Odin agent and master use to communicate with each other? Options are TCP, UDP, TCP/IP, Odin protocol.
TCP/IP.
Odin protocol. Okay. Next question is a cloud server receives requests from three users ABC, which makes up 25%, 35%, and 40% of the total traffic. From the past experience, 5%, 4%, and 2% of the traffic produced by these users are malicious. If a request was found to be malicious, what is the probability that request was made by A? Options are in these: 44 by 69, 25 by 69, 13 by 24, 11 by 24. So this is again the question of probability. I guess Bayesian probability you will use here. So calculate the answer. The correct option for this is 25 by 69. Next question is true or false. The DHT22 sensors may be used by both Raspberry Pi and Node MCU devices. Options are true or false. True.
True.
Okay. Anyone else? So, yeah, this statement is true. Next question is IEEE 802.15.4 identifies reduced function devices and full function devices as two different types of network nodes. FFD can talk to other FFD or to RFD. However, an RFD can only talk to FFD. Such hierarchy leads to which of the following network topology? Star, mesh, both star and mesh, none of these.
Star topology, ma'am.
So it's both star and mesh.
How it will be, ma'am? Mesh topology will not only talk.
Basically, in the question, it is given as there are two types of node. One is your RFD and second is your FFD. As two different FFD can talk to other FFD also and to RFD also. However, RFD can only talk to FFD. So basically, in case of your mesh topology, it's not always necessary that each node is interconnected to each and every node. So if there are some connections, and for example, if three nodes are interconnected in a triangular form only, not triangular. See, if there are four nodes, right, and they are interconnected in the form of consider, okay, not triangle, rectangle, consider a pentagon where one node is not connected to other, one node is connected to only two nodes. Consider this shape. Wait, I'll show you. I have basically, if there is some architecture like this, then this will also be considered as mesh topology. So in case of your mesh topology, each topology, basically mesh is the general term which can be used for all other types of topology as well. Okay. Should I repeat?
No, ma'am. It's okay.
Next question is okay, let's do only 100 questions. I have 120 questions, but I have another meeting at 7:15. In Python, the following is the syntax of sleep function. So this is given as time dot sleep seconds. The argument second should be integer, float, either integer or float, range.
Second should be an integer.
It can be either integer or float. Next question is, in the remote IoT data logging experiment with Raspberry Pi, can the same experiment be implemented without a resistor? Yes or no? So correct option for this is yes. Next question is, X act as a trust center and repository for security keys. What is X here? ZigBee end device, ZigBee coordinator. Okay, so answer is visible only. So ZigBee coordinator is correct option for this. So I have already uploaded this PDF to the drive. There are okay 130 questions I have added in this PDF. You can go through the next 30 questions yourself. Or tomorrow also we can discuss.
Ma'am, tomorrow this question will repeat or any new questions? Okay.
On same time, on same link, ma'am?
Not same.
No, link already
Not the
shared,
same. Link
sir.
is different.
You just please check your mail.
They haven't
Okay,
shared
okay.
any link with me.
No, ma'am, we got one link also, but I'm not sure that same link or.
Please share that link with me in the chat box.
Sorry, ma'am, actually I'm using my phone, so.
No, I have shared it for you.
Yeah.
It is the same link only.
Okay, ma'am. Same link.
Okay.
Yani tomorrow your 130 questions are done, ma'am.
I'll try. So in 2 hours, if I'll start with 101 question and then I'll repeat the questions.
That is better, ma'am. Yes, the 30 question we will finish, then after we will repeat.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And if you don't meet again, good luck. Thank you. Thank you. If you